You're listening to UCW Radio.
In your face.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Oh, have I got your attention now?
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
You know what I mean?
Money to be made in a place like this.
Money never sleeps, pal.
You're crazy. Don't run when you lose. Don't whine when it hurts.
You know what it takes to sell real estate? It takes brass.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
All right, welcome to Money Never Sleeps. This is the show where we talk about anything and everything that impacts the flow of money from around the corner to around the world. And I have to apologize, we were going to have this show a few days ago, and I just have not been feeling well. So I've been under the weather, and I'm just feeling better now, so I'm able to actually have my voice. So it'd be very difficult to do a show without my voice, don't you think? So, anyway, a lot of news that's been going on in technology from Facebook and Google, Twitter, Uber, so on and so forth. Just a lot of things happening. I want to touch on what's going on with privacy issues with Facebook. Facebook has been getting slammed because of a privacy issue that came up. Now, Google, Twitter, basically any social media, and even Amazon, your shopping sites and everything. What people need to understand is that your information, you think it's private, it's not private. They keep records of everything, and for legal reasons. But in the case of Facebook and the social media and Google and Twitter and so on and so forth, basically that information is utilized for the purpose of selling ads. That's the only way that they can keep the service running. They have to make money on it. If they're not making money on it, then what's the purpose in having it? And that's the caveat, But I believe that more people understand that than don't. I don't know. Right now, how is it a shocker that, oh my God, they keep our information? Yeah, look at all the information you have to input. Do you think that it's, a legal thing? No, they're trying to get your demographic information, all this stuff, so they can advertise to you. So the advertisers can go and direct ads to you on whatever it may be. Okay, so, it's not a shock. What is a shock is when things are, illegally sold off, information sold off, In the world, I talk a lot about, cryptocurrency. To me, it's a digital asset. Having information on the people that use your network, that's a digital asset. And they're selling these digital assets time and time again. Same way when you have video games and they have these skins that are out there, these are digital assets. So these are being sold for profit. And with that being said, for the longest time, social media, Google, it's in that realm too, even though you have the search engine technology, which you started out with, but they have a social aspect to it with their circles. They have that information. But with social media, when all this started coming alive, it was just seen as a platform, a way to communicate with people in a way that you never were able to. And that's what made Facebook original. At first it was a lockdown that you had to be at a certain college, have a certain college email to actually have Facebook. And then it opened up for everyone. So, for everyone, including your grandma, your great grandma, everyone is on Facebook. And then Twitter was different. Twitter, was utilized as an SMS platform where you can send quick messages, just like you're sending a text, but in a public format. But with all these platforms, they were initially called platforms, and they're still called platforms. The thing with technology evolves. So that means that the college attitude towards or the university attitude towards what you're doing as a business has to change. The moment you're taking money from investors, the moment you hit Wall Street, the moment all this stuff starts happening, and you trade in your hoodie for a suit and a tie, well, guess what? You have a responsibility. Okay, so technology companies are no longer the platforms. They are more and more so as time goes on. They're going to be, they're going to be controlling a lot of stuff that's out there, a lot of information. And it's beyond social. It's going to be more. It's going to be more than that. It's going to be medical. It's going to be this. It's going to be, the information is just going to flow. And then with the incorporation of blockchain and all this other stuff, you're going to see how all this stuff's going to evolve. It's going to start, things are going to start overlapping and so on and so forth. So there's a responsibility. And that responsibility has to be met by the leaders in tech, from the leaders at Google, at Twitter, at Facebook, at Amazon. They have a responsibility, and they have to take it on the chin. And right now with Zuckerberg, like him or not, with what happened here, again, I don't see it as a big shock. But when you have Washington saying, hey, come on down and testify, you gotta take responsibility as a leader. I don't care who did what in your company. Guess what? You're the leader. You're the captain of the ship. Take responsibility. Take responsibility, because I would. And I do. Okay? And any company that I'm in and that I run, guess what? Something happens, the buck stops here. I don't go and pass it on to my CFO or my COO. I take it on the chin. And that's the way it needs to be. And if he doesn't do that, well, he's making a big, big, big boo-boo. So let's see what Mark Zuckerberg does if he mans up. He traded the hoodie for a suit and a tie. Well, let's go. Let's see. Let's see what happens and see how this is going to it's going to set the precedent for what's going to be happening down the road, I believe. And just on a stock note, with Facebook getting clobbered, definitely a buying opportunity, because there's no question the revenue, even if they start cutting things down, the margins get a little narrower, it doesn't matter. They're so set in what they have going on that the company is going to be profitable for some time to come. Because the advertisers are not going to stop. Okay, because they're reaching the masses. They're reaching what? I don't know how many billions of people, but they're reaching them, right? So you need, it's a buying opportunity, but I'm just looking at it as from the tech end, okay, and what's happening out there and what needs to get done, okay. Look at futuristic movies and what has transpired and what's going to transpire. So it's the future. It's the future. Now, just keeping on the Facebook, Google, Twitter conversation, they also went, and I think this was probably a really good move. They blocked, banned, they crucified crypto ads, because you have a lot of cryptocurrencies. I call them digital assets because they should be digital assets, but you have a lot of nonsense that's out there. You have a lot of ICOs, a lot of people pumping and dumping and doing all this stuff and pushing things that have no intrinsic value. For the love of God, I hope that investors smarten up and they start seeing what's valuable and what's not out there. Don't jump on a bandwagon on something because you think that it's going to go and make you a gazillionaire, or you think that you're front-running institutions and so on and so forth, or whatever nonsense that's being sold to you. The reality is you got to look at it for what it is. What is the coin? What is it being used for? What is it being used for? Okay, with the social media and Google and everything else, they're banning these crypto ads. That means that there's going to be a slowing down of things. Because Bitcoin and all these other and certain other cryptos, the larger cryptos, they've been pushed. They've been marketed, they've been pushed, they've been advertised, and this is, and then you have the exchanges too that are marketed and so on and so forth. So all that stuff ends. And I wonder what impact that's going to have. Well, I don't wonder. I kind of know, because now it comes down to only the fittest will survive, right? The cryptocurrencies that have the intrinsic value will survive, and I've been saying this over and over again, that you look at Bitcoin, it's the grandmother of them all, and they will survive because of the legacy value. You have Ripple, and people, look at Ripple, and I really don't think they get it. Ripple's a company. They have a coin. I like what they're doing, and they're going to be at the forefront of a lot of things in the future, I'm telling you, in regards to payment systems and dealing with fintech and everything else. So I would definitely keep an eye out. And I mean, at some point in time, yeah, do I see Ripple becoming publicly traded? Yeah, it needs to be publicly traded. What impact would that have on the coin? I don't know, because you look at Overstock.com and what Byrne did. He went and he has a public company. He wanted to go create his own cryptocurrency so he can go do something, but he crossed the line for utilizing public, I guess, investors' money to go do it. But because with Ripple, it's already out. Before it's become public, they may set a precedent, which is interesting. I want to see how this works out with that. But I like what they're doing. Good outfit, good direction, and look, they made a deal with MoneyGram. They're making other type of deals. They're going to be in good shape moving forward, and I'm sure that they're going to make deals with MasterCard, Visa, and other payment systems, and kind of integrate the system into what they're doing, which would be the smartest thing. Now, with going back to the advertising stuff, is that going to have an impact on revenue for any of these social media companies? Nah, I don't think so. It's a small drop in the bucket for them, but they're doing what's right, because you have investors that are getting reeled in by a beautiful ad. Oh my God, you can make 1,000% today. Okay, right. All right, just be careful out there, because you have various people pushing, promoters, so on and so forth, pushing these coins that really don't have any intrinsic value. There has to be a value there. And without the value, you don't have anything but talk. And talk is cheap. You got to walk the walk. You got to have something there. And this is what I said before, and I'll say it again. As regulation comes in, I'm telling you, 99% of what you see, these coins that are out there, are going to be going bye-bye. The tokens, or the utility tokens, that's something else. They're not going to go bye-bye. But these other coins that are, quote unquote, Bitcoin-like, these are the ones that are going to go bye-bye, and they're going to be gone. Investors, you're going to have, and it's bad. I mean, I feel sad saying it, but you're going to have investors that are going to lose their shirts, because they're getting involved in a coin because they think that, hey, I'm involved in the ICO, I got it on the ground floor, so on and so forth. But these platforms aren't even built yet. And by the time they build them, they may not be suited for regulation. And if they're suited for regulation, guess what? They may come back and say, hey, you know what? You're out of compliance, so on and so forth, and you don't know what's going to happen. If a platform is existing right now, that's probably your better bet. It's because you know what's going on. You see it. You see what's going on. You see the value. You see what's behind it. And it's a better view, as opposed to coming in from the dark. We don't like doing things in the dark. That doesn't work. All right. And one thing I want to say is that we had some news not too long ago. Well, actually, it was March 16th, 2018. It was a Friday. And I'm excited to share this with you guys if you haven't read the news yet. But Mega Hoop, as of right now, is going to be dealing with all the future development and maintenance of Pico Novas. And I've been talking about Pico Novas, the Pico Novas network, for the past several shows, because I'm a big advocate of what it is and what it's for. It was built for business, for business transactions, to make things easier, more cost effective, so on and so forth. Okay, but some people look at it as an investment as well. And you have individuals that are utilizing them for their own trading purposes, like anything else, like any other commodity. You trade gold, whatever it is, and that's what it is. It's a digital asset. It's digital gold, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, and the one thing that I don't do, I don't hype anything up. There's no need to. I share information where you make your judgment call on whatever you want to make it on. You have to do your due diligence with with anything. I don't care if it's stocks, bonds, cryptos, commodities, a business deal. Be smart, do your due diligence, learn, understand, so you're making informed decisions. And going back to Megahoot, the development team for Megahoot is going to be taking over the future development, which I'm excited about. And the reason I'm excited about is because I founded the company. I founded Megahoot, and my team is top notch, elite, and all the ideas, all the things that we see, a network like the Pico Nova network doing, we're going to be able to incorporate that and more. Okay, and what I want to do right now is go over some functionality of the Pico Nova network. Over the past several days, there've been a lot of changes. If you go to the information site, you're going to see changes there, informational changes, because now, we have a voice, and we're letting people know what they're dealing with, what it is. Okay, we're adding the team members on there. We're also, talking about the Pico Nova's asset fund, and the fund, that's the asset backed part of the coins. Okay, and the fund is investing in various different assets, from public and private companies, commodities, trading currencies, so on and so forth. A lot of different things going on, and that is just the tip of the iceberg of what's going to be happening this year with the fund. Because and just to lay this out, and we made sure that this became very clear on the network itself, because there was a sense of I guess a clarity issue with some people that I've gotten, and even with us. That's why we wanted to go and change this. Okay, if you look at if you go on to your wallet. If you are a Pico Novus holder, you go into your wallet, now you're going to see the breakdown. And the breakdown to me is what is important, because it gives you clarity, right? Even though the total supply is 100 million Pico coins, the circulating supply is only 10 million. All right. 80 million of those coins are for investments, solely for investments to support everything with the whole network, with the coins and everything. So those 80 million coins are going to be invested, and those investments are going to sit in the Pico Novus asset fund. So you see, what's going to be happening is that you're going to have assets accruing in value, or you're going to have assets being added to the fund, which is just going to increase the overall value of the coins themselves. And I like the fact that we're able to really make this clear to everyone at this point. And then also you have 10 million coins that are in escrow supply. Now the escrow supply and the investment supply, those are not in public circulation at all. The circulating supply, the public circulating supply is 10 million coins. That's it. No more. Okay, and the escrow supply, that is for business transactions. So let's say a business is doing import-export, and they want to hold coins in escrow, and this is what is utilized to do that. And it allows for businesses and transactions to go a lot smoother, and we really like that function. That was one of the main things that I really liked about the network, beyond it being asset backed. You won't find too many, if any, coins out there that networks like this that are asset backed. You have ones that have business models and so on and so forth. But you see a lot of these ICOs. That's what I keep touching on for the benefit of you guys. You see these ICOs, people are jumping in, and they're hearing the hype speech and everything else. The bottom line is that you don't know what you're getting involved with, because the network is not developed. Okay, it's better to find something that is developed. Now, all right, so with that said, Okay, we know the circulating supply is 10 million. That is made clear on your wallet. Now, I want to go over some of the functionality, and I said I was going to do this last week. I was going to do it this week, and that's exactly what we're going to do for the remainder of the show, so I can give you some clarity on stuff. When you go to the dashboard, that's where you see everything. That's where you see the total coins. Those are the coins you have. Okay, and underneath there, you'll have coins in escrow. Okay, those are the coins you have in escrow. And then you see the total value of your account. And whatever the number is, it's in US dollars, that's the total value of your account. Now, let's say you needed to go and go print a statement for your account or something like that. You can do that under user settings. There's a button there that you can print a statement, which is a pretty cool feature. Now, moving forward, you have your public ledger, and that is what shows all the transactions that occur in general on a daily. Okay, you can see them. Everything's transparent, clear, and that's the beauty of blockchain technology. There's no hiding, there's no dodging, weaving. You can't change it. It's immutable. It's irreversible. When something hits the blockchain, that is it. There's no going back saying, hey, I want to change this. No, there's no changing of anything. And it's no different here. That's it. Public, done. The ledger, it's there engraved in stone for everyone, the world, to see if they should need to see it. Right? Now, and you go, and the other function is if you're going to go send coins. Oh, well, you know what? Let me stay on the public ledger for a second. When you go into the public ledger, you can click on any transaction to expand it. Okay, because you'll see a whole bunch of transactions. They'll just keep ticking away. If you click on it, it'll give you more information on that particular transaction. If there's a note on there, it'll show you what the block height is, and so on and so forth, the amount, and everything else. And when Pico is trading on exchanges, which it's inevitable that's going to happen, then that information will be inputted into the blockchain as well, and that's something that we'll keep you posted on. Now, going back to all right, beyond the public ledger, send coins. All right, that's pretty self-explanatory. You can go and you can put a dollar amount of what you want to send, and it will automatically convert it into the Pico amount, whatever it is at that moment, whatever it's trading at. And then you just put the address there, and you can just send it to whoever you're sending it to, or whatever you're doing, whatever you're trading it for, or whatever the case may be. Now, let's say you're doing a transaction. Let's say you're buying a car, a TV, whatever you're doing, and the other party is willing to accept Pico as payment, but you don't have the product yet. You don't have the merchandise. Well, you can actually use the escrow system, because the escrow system was initially created for business transactions, no question. But it is not restricted for business. So as individuals, you and I can go and utilize the escrow system to go do a transaction, meaning that, if I was to send coins to you and I was going to go buy something from you or trade for something else, I can put it in escrow until I receive the merchandise. Okay, and the only way that I'm going to be able to cancel it if I don't get the merchandise. It's a safety precaution, safety feature for everyone, actually. It keeps people honest, and I think that is very important. And you can put that, and you can even have a private note with that escrow as well. And it doesn't matter the amount. It can be for 1 coin or 100,000 coins, whatever the case may be at that point. Now you got your QR code. It's here as your QR address. And basically, there's going to be a development to that. The QR address is, pretty simple. You'll need a QR reader, and that's going to be here on the network soon enough. But, the QR address has your public key. So if you're doing a transaction with someone and you're face to face, they can just bring that up as opposed to them bringing up their whole account, or you copying their key, their public key, in order to do the transaction, they can just show you the QR. You can click it with your phone on the system, and it'll automatically go to you so you can send them coins. And it's a pretty cool feature. It makes things a lot easier for everyone. So that's something, again, that development with the QR code reader should be up, soon enough, hopefully this week, and that'll be useful. But the QR code itself is there and active. Now you can go request coins. Now, a lot of questions that I got is, how can I buy? How can I buy? When you're looking to buy Pico Nova's coins, it had to be that somebody that has it, and that's how you're able to get it done. Okay, but a feature was put on here to request coins. So basically, let's say someone wanted to go buy coins and they want to purchase them. They can just go and click on request coins, but how many coins they want to request, they're looking to buy, and it goes into the system. Okay, and the system will randomly reach out or connect with others that may have an interest in selling those coins to someone. So that is that's a work in progress of how that's going to ultimately kind of work a lot smoother for everyone, no question. But that was an important thing, because a lot of people did not know. They couldn't go to an exchange to buy it, because the API, the reason it's not on an exchange yet is because the API purposely wasn't completed, because the network itself was, that is the primary, that's primary. Okay, that is the most important thing, to get it together, get everything working fantastically, and we're almost there. So that API is going to be coming out shortly, and then, these coin exchanges will be able to offer or carry it if they so choose. That's not something that's in our hands. That's in the hands of the people. It's power of the people. If they want to get it done, then they'll figure out a way to get it done. The API will be ready for that soon enough. Okay, and now a cool feature, which I liked, because this is a recent addition, is messages. So let's say you go and someone sends you coins. How do you know, right? How do you know? Even if you go on there, it was a guessing game about a month ago. But now you get coins, you get a message in your inbox. You get a message on your inbox in your digital wallet. And I believe that you'll also get an email to your email. So there's no question that you got them. Okay, this was a cool feature, and I like it because it's notifying you of what's going on. It's pretty cool. Okay, and you can also, once you're communicating with someone, if you wanted to go and send them your QR code and stuff like that, you can do that via the messaging as well, which is pretty cool. All right, now going to user settings, you can go in there. You can go change your password. Make sure you put your name, address, and everything, because you put your name, your address, and all that stuff in there. When you print your statement, all this stuff's going to be on your statement. And at some point in time, I know that it's going to be legally, you're going to have to do it. When regulation comes down the pike, and it's going to be coming down the pike, these are things that are going to be required at some point. Okay, so all that information is there for you to use, so that when you print your statements that are on the tab over, that it makes it easier for you to share with someone if you needed to. Because keep in mind, the Pico Nova's coins, it's a digital asset. It's a true asset. So when you show that, that's just like if you have a car or a home or gold or whatever, this is part of your net worth, and this is part of your net worth. And then you can change your password there too, if you need be. And then also, it is highly recommended when you do a transaction, for you to change your, reset your public key. And you can do that there too. You go to your public key, you press it, and you can reset it to get a new public key, so that you keep everything safe and sound. Okay, now I want to go to what you see on your dashboard. You can see the current price or the current value of per coin, and then you're going to see the percentage change, and it's over a 24-hour period. So you'll see the percentage change, you'll see the trend. Then you'll see the volume again over a 24-hour period, and you'll see it in Pico coins and in US dollars. And then, of course, you have your market cap, which is the total market cap of the public circulating supply. And that circulating supply is 10 million coins. And then you have your graph. Yeah, cool little feature. Shows your graph. And then it shows your latest transactions underneath there. So, all in all, truly functional. And the system's going to get better. When the API is released, I'll definitely let you guys know. You can just check out my social media, and I'm sure I'm gonna bark it out to let everyone know, because I want everyone to be aware. I want full clarity and transparency as we're doing this. Because this right here, as I said earlier, I'm super excited about having the opportunity. And just for your knowledge, okay, now 20% of Megahoot was put into the Pico Nova's asset fund. 20% of the company. So that we could go and manage the future development and maintenance of Pico Nova's, the network. Okay? It was that important to do, and we believe in this that much. And honestly, I want to personally thank everyone that is involved, because you're going to be you're joining a journey of something that we're in the infancy stage of digital assets, but it's going to get better and better as time goes on, and the value is just going to increase. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back with you on the next episode of Money Never Sleeps. All right. Until that time comes, you can ask me questions on social media and so on and so forth in regards to Pico Nova and in regards to Megahoot, in regards to anything that we're working on. All right. Anyway, I want to again thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for being a part of what's going on. You guys have yourself a great trading day.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.
All opinions expressed by Luis Velazquez on the Money Never Sleeps radio show and its website are solely his opinions and do not reflect the opinions of the UCW radio show or their parent company or affiliates, and may have been previously disseminated by him on television, radio, internet, or another medium. You should not treat any opinion expressed by him as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of his opinion. His opinions are based upon information he considers to be reliable, but neither the UCW radio show nor its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries warrant its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. The UCW radio show, Luis Velazquez, its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries are not under any obligation to update or correct any information provided on the radio show or on the website. His statements and opinions are subject to change without notice. No part of his compensation from the UCW radio show is related to the specific opinions he expresses. Please read the full disclaimer on MoneyNeverSleepsRadio.com.